Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, we're painting again. And I've just set myself up. You'll see on the other angle that I've got two canvases. One of them that I'm going to paint on, this one. And then the other one, this one, which I've got my photo on. So it's actually unstuck itself. I'm using blue tack just to stick it together. And I was having a bit of an issue with the lining up of my pictures because I've only got an A4 printer, so when I want bigger pictures I just split it down into lots of A4 pictures. Oh, the challenges, eh? So what I've got is the main part of the bottom, which is where a lot of information is, and then I've got the sky, which is on the full picture. So I'm using it like this because the bottom part, that's going to be, there's a lot more detail in it, and there's little changes of colour which I need to represent in my oils, and then I've got the big, well, I say the smaller picture I can use to see the whole picture. So I get the small frame, but I can see it all, so I can paint the whole thing by using that. So I've got a stick of chalk, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in everything. Well, I'm going to try to, and then after that start putting some paint on the palette and paint it. And I'm going to take my time, not going to rush. Don't know how long this is going to be. I'm not sure if this will have to be in a part 1, part 2 type thing, but I just wanted to show you that you can spend a bit of time and do something a little bit more challenging, and it's going to be it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun, actually. Looking forward to it. My piece of chalk is ready. So I'll just move my camera so you can see a bit better. Okay, so I started measuring things with my brush, and I thought, nah, I'll use my measuring device, proportion divider thing. They're pretty cheap. I got mine on eBay. It's a Derwent one. I've used it a few times. I don't use it all the time, but I feel like I need to for this one because I can't quite see my picture at the same time as painting unless I sit right back. And it's stopping me from getting things right, and I want to get it fairly right. So I'm just going to make myself some marks. Sort of goes like that, and that kind of goes that. And there's this area in front of that as well. It's got a bit more colour to it. But anyway, I think what I'll do, we can paint it, of course. Just checking the background. Yeah. So it's pretty basic, I know. I'm using the chalk. Hopefully it came out okay. I'm just looking at the other picture now because I've got this, like I said, this secondary picture. I can look at the where everything, the clouds are all lit up in areas. What cloud there and there lit up. Light there and there and there. So yeah. Okay, so I've filled my palette with a few paints. Oh, I haven't put any white on there. Oopsie. It's the one colour that I definitely need. We have white on the palette. So, what colours do I have? Here we go. Got some titanium white, some chrome yellow, sap green, burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, a bit of alizarin crimson, and some Mars black. So what I've done now is I've taken part of my reference picture and I've put it here, because I find when I'm using a reference to do the painting, I want it quite close so I can see it. If I have it over on the other canvas, well, I can't see it as well, and just makes things easier for me to do it this way. Oops. Try not to knock the other camera. So this gives you an idea of what I do when I'm doing something a bit more serious. I say serious. I don't know. Just the way that I like to paint. If I'm using a photo, I like to be able to see it close by. So I'm thinking about what I should paint in first. I think probably the light blue over the sky, just above the mountain. That's what I'm thinking. So, well, white for sure. A little bit of the ultramarine blue. So just have a look. That's not bad. I think I'll just go with that. I quite like that. It goes a bit greyer as it comes up. What I have to think is that's going to be lighter than... Maybe I'll put a tiny bit more blue in it. Yeah, I quite like that. So let's start putting some paint on this canvas. So in my smaller picture, you can actually see more blue within the colour. So, it makes me want to do that, because I quite like it. Something like that. Okay, just sit back, have a look at that. Now I want to make that nice grey colour. Just grab another brush, give it a wipe. My brushes are dipped in some linseed oil and a bit of clove oil to stop them from drying out, so I never wash them. I just keep dipping them. Every time I do a painting, I'll dip them again. Just give them a wipe on some paper or something. And then and then game on again. So I'll use a bit of, what do we want? A bit of crimson and blue. Blue and a bit of crimson. Unfortunately, you can see my palette, I've not properly wiped it before, so you end up with some paint that's dried on it, but I don't mind. So that's probably too purpley, bit of burnt sienna in that. See how that doubled it so quickly there. So we want to make this colour, so it's a bit lighter, a bit more the white. See, that's really close. Probably a little bit darker. So that was ultramarine blue, alizarin crimson and a little bit of burnt sienna. And we have quite a close match there. So we can put that on. That goes there. And this bit has got a bit more blue in it. Not bad. I just put a tiny bit more of the blue. Down to like there. And then up again. Something like that. Yeah, so I'll just wipe my brush with a bit of paper. I'll pick up the original colour again, that colour, and just add some of that in here. So we need this colour now, this kind of dark colour. So that's kind of almost a black, probably. Let's use another brush. Another brush, same old thing, giving it a wipe. And then got some of this Mars black. That's obviously too dark. Some blue, ultramarine blue, bit of white, so it's not quite red enough, bit of the crimson, have a look, still not really red enough I don't think, bit more of the crimson and the blue, bit of the white. So we're too light now. A bit more red, a bit more blue. Pretty close. That's pretty close. Let's go with that. So we've got that going down here. of detail in there. I'll just scrub this in first. Throwing a bit of white in from time to time. Just give that a sit back, have a look. Oh, that looks quite good. I have to remember that we're doing the whole thing into my dark. I'm just grabbing a bit of burnt sienna in there. Going to need to put a lighter version of that on top of that. Okay. What I should have done, zoomed in on this a bit. Hopefully that gives you a better view. Okay, now what I want to do, get this dark bit here. Something like that. I've got a few just grabbing some light. Got a few light bits that are going down there. Little marks. Okay, now I'll grab some yellow. bit of yellow and burnt sienna. It's just chrome yellow and burnt sienna. I'm just looking at these areas to see if I can get something, maybe a tiny bit of the old sap green in there. More sap green for this bit here, and in there. Okay, and what I could do is lightening burnt sienna, burnt sienna with white in it. I want to kind of keep it dull. It's quite dull that's already on there, so this might make it a little bit better. I think it's got some dark areas. There's all sorts of things going on down here. There's also little bits more that are lighter as well. You start to see a lot more, but I think we'll keep going because we can always do another layer of things. There's always more. There is always more and more and more. Right, let's block that in there. So I want to put this in here. So, oops. So I want to put some of this ground in. This ground. So burnt sienna is pretty close. So basically a little bit of ultramarine blue in burnt sienna will probably get it. Yeah, ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. We've got our main part blocked in, and then we can lighten it. Yeah, so this is a real mission to do this whole picture. Doing it like this anyway, trying to get it fairly accurate. Okay, so then that area in front is very dark, and then we've got that green spot in there, which we can put in. Sometimes I put in the spots, the spots, the darker spots in with a. Just give the indication on that there. Yeah, the darker spots, I can go light on dark and dark on light, but you can only do that if you use a lot of paint. And for some reason, a lot of the time when I was painting, I never used enough paint. I always was very frugal with it, which is a good way to save money, but not a very good way to do paintings. Because if you're very frugal with your paint, you're not using enough. See how the more you work on it, the more little details you start throwing in, and you'll start improving the picture bit by bit. Okay, so what I might do, since we've got this going now, I might just plonk them trees in, because we've got quite a lot of the, so I'm thinking sap green, try and show you this, sap green and black, sap green and black, sap green and black. I'll start blocking this bit in here. That kind of goes there as well. And then we might as well put these trees in. So one of them is there. About there, is it? Yeah, something like that. And the other one. I think it was more like there. And then the other one about there. About there? Yeah. It's about there anyway, isn't it? So I'll load my brush with paint. Sap green and black. Keep it to the green tone, so it's not just a dull black, it's got a bit of a colour in it. Yeah. Something like that anyway. Okay, and then we've got a bit of we've got quite a big block of colour. So what I might do is bring the other page in and start putting in, blocking in that colour as well. We'll do that in a sec. I want to get this path in first. So I'm just putting some blue in with the black. Blue and black. Probably a bit of red. Yeah. So I'm just throwing in blue, black and red. Trying to make this colour there. Which is pretty close actually. And then I can just go some more of this burnt sienna on the brush. And I need some green area as well. Might use another brush. So I'm holding 3 brushes now. So a little bit of sap green and chrome yellow. Just a little bit of sap green and chrome yellow there. Looking at getting these. Put a little bit of lavender in that as well. A little bit of the ultramarine blue and I'll just put this sort of in. Just break that up with some green. I might have to move this. Whoops. Do with filling this bit in. A bit of dullness in it. Okay, so we've got a bit more going now. Yeah, I think I need to block this whole piece in. That's going to help us a lot. So it needs to be sort of that dull reddish. So we've got a dull, reddy, bluey, reddy bluey colour. A bit more blue. Let's check this. So while we're a few minutes in, I don't even know how long this is taking me. Like I said, I'm not going to rush. I want to do a fairly, well, a half decent job anyway. And while I'm part of the way through, when you're printing out pictures to paint, an easy way to colour mix is remember the inks that you put in are blue, cyan, magenta, which you can think of alizarin crimson permanent, it's the one I tend to buy. Ultramarine blue, we can use that mostly as the cyan colour. Alizarin crimson as the magenta that's in it, so I always have the blue and the red because that's going to help you mix in. Then what else have you got? The white of the paper, so you need white, and then you've got the yellow, which is going to be like a chrome yellow or a cadmium yellow, and then black, which is going to darken your colours. So technically speaking, you only need a yellow, a blue, a red, a white and a black, technically. And I find burnt sienna works really well a lot of the time, because if your red and your yellow mixed, and having a green helps because then you don't have to mess around mixing your greens. So that's why my palette is fairly simple, really. And a lot of people, when they start, you buy a lot of paints, and I say a lot of people, I mean me. I bought a lot of paints, and to be honest, you don't need to. When you think your printer only uses that, and you can print out pretty much everything. So let's lock this in. It's going to make things a bit easier for us. Just get a bit of blue there. A little bit of white and blue then, I just threw it in. Just felt it needed it. Okay. And just block this in as well. That's showing. Oh yeah, that's alright. I wondered if I'd gone too far off, but you can still see what I painted. I'll zoom out a little bit. Now we've covered a bit more space. So we could do with looking at this area. Could do with a bit of grass there, a few grass bits there. But we've got the dark, so what I might do is block that in and then pick out the grass afterwards. So I'm going to get some sap green and black. It's just sap green and black on the brush. Yeah, just block this in. And that way we can pull stuff out afterwards using the green. We'll just put it on top. You can see actually there's some trees in here while I'm looking. I can indicate a few of those. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we've got trees, trees, trees. Same thing, it's sap green and black. Okay, I went all the way across there. To zoom out a bit. And all the way across. Starting to really go for it now. Using a bit more of the green. Put in like a few bits here, grass, I mean trees, grass, isn't it? It's not grass, just lining up in places. Now what we could do with is grass there actually. So we're going all over now. Putting paint in everywhere now. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Probably needs a bit of blue in it. We could fill all this in and put the trees in on the top. I'll just do that and just fill all this in. There is a big tree there. There's a bit of land, and then there's the water, and there's a really nice gold spot that I need to put in as well. So what I'm thinking is to put in a few trees. Along here. What I might need to do is move my picture above it so I can see what I'm doing a bit better. Or should we focus on the mountain first? Might be a good idea. Hello, we're back and we're going to do some more of this painting. I keep sitting back having a look at what I need to do next. Things that need to get darker, like this formation here needs to be a bit darker, I feel. And also we need to put in the rock up here. So let's get cracking now. Get some blue in here, some crimson, blue, ultramarine blue, alizarin crimson. Tiny bit of white. Make our nice lavendery colour again. It's not bad, I think it needs a bit more blue in it. Okay, so let's start putting some shape in here. A little bit of mist. So I just picked up a little bit of the white and blue there, just to get a bit of mist at that bit. A bit more of that white and blue in here. That comes down and then got this area. And then it's proper misty around there. Putting that together. So we're doing quite well. So I hope you enjoy these videos. Hope you're enjoying this video. Gives you a bit more of what you can do, a bit more of the evolution of your painting skill. As you get better and better, you'll start wanting to do more and more more complex things, and hopefully this give you an idea. Sometimes I like to paint, like I've said, I like to just get it in there, get the paint going, have fun, and then move on. And sometimes I like to really go for it and see what I can do, because I always want to improve, so I'm always battling. Just getting a bit of white. I'm always battling to get better. So I might start putting some of my just throwing some white in my colour. Just a bit of white in my colour there. And then we'll need to put some nicer, stronger white in there. Just have this as my base colour, I think. Things are going to change, of course. There we go. It's just... You can use your finger to blend. Finger works brilliant to blend, but then don't lick it. Okay, that's coming on now. That's coming on quite nice. So what we could do with is some more of this blue sky. So let's make ourselves some blue and white. Now if I go quite dark with the blue above the lightest point, it's going to pop out a bit better. You'll see what I mean. Because it will help the illusion of that being a lot darker. One thing I find when I'm doing a big picture, my mind gets lost. It gets lost where it is. I don't know where I am. I start painting an area and then painting an area that isn't there. It's actually further along. I do tend to get lost a bit. And I suddenly realise, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing the wrong bit. So then I have to rein myself back in and do the right bit. So I've got a little bit there, that's blue there. I've got this misty blue over here. Now the first layer, like I'm doing now, I tend to put it on quite thinly, and that way I can mess around with it, make it darker, make it lighter, whatever I want to do. And then if there's any clouds, I can put them on top. I don't have any problems. No problems. I'm going to go a bit darker up here with that blue again. A really nice blue there. So that's looking pretty good. What we could do with is that background hill as well. While we're there, which is on another page, but it's that same sort of light, kind of light, lavendery colour. I think we've just got it, got it perfect actually. Say that. Yeah, we have. Just going to get a bit of that sky colour to mix in with that. Send that a bit further back. Okay. I've actually made that up a bit. Because it doesn't want to be quite as... There we go, that's a bit better. If we use a little bit of white, we can send it away a bit, mist it a bit. Mist it a bit away. Yeah, I quite like that. And then what I'll do is I'll wipe my brush. Wipe my brush on a bit of paper. And go back into some blue and crimson. The old blue and crimson mixture. Bit of a burnt sienna as well, maybe. Yeah, that's quite nice. So we need to make that a bit more shapely. That shape goes like that. And it comes down in front of this. Okay, quite like that. What else have we got? Got this area here. Area coming down there. That area. Quite dark. Bit of the old burnt sienna. Just start filling that in. Bit of the old burnt sienna. Then we can start looking at the tones, what needs change. Okay, so that definitely needs darkening there. Definitely. So I'm going to think like a printer. More colour, more red, more blue. And what else is in the printer? Black. I'm going to use some black as well. So let's darken this to here. We've got a bit of water. Some water in here. Wants to be greyed a bit. Get a bit of the blue and the mountain colour. A bit closer. It's a bit better. Bit of water. I feel like this shape needs to come out a bit more like that. Yeah, that's coming. Things are developing slowly but surely. Got to keep my eye on that camera over there because I don't want to run out of time. So it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. There's sort of areas that you can see some of this colour in there. There's quite a lot of it, it's quite dark, very dark, so we need to bring out the light a bit here and there as well. So I might brush down. So I want some of this light. So burnt sienna, chrome yellow. I want to start pulling out some of this and this, some up here. Some of the areas like there. And then here. There's that bit there. Like that. Getting a bit of green. Bit of green on my brush. That green on there. It's very lightly place that green on. As in, not much. Getting a bit of white and yellow. Getting this really light bit. I can see here, light there and probably do it. You can see a light area here as well. There's a few light bits in there. Probably little houses or something, cars, what have you. I'll just give it an indication of something. It's starting to rain outside. Okay, now what I kind of need to do is start pulling out the mountain tops. So what I might do first, using my brush, bit of Mars black and crimson, bit of blue, bit of the white, and a nice grey, quite a nice grey. Just warm it up with a bit of sienna. Kind of a warmish. That's quite nice actually. It's not quite grey enough, dark enough. Not quite a warm grey, that's quite nice. I'll try that anyway. So what I want is this nice grey above here. So we've got a cloud formation. Goes along there. Goes into that there, just softening it a bit. Goes there as well. can see sort of mistiness in our cloud here. Just quite light pressure there. And catch that mistiness. Okay, quite like that. I think just block this in as well. I've got them trees. Got a few trees all over the place here. Just indicate a few of them. And a few, this is just the sap green and black mixture. Trees there, quite like that. Could even throw in a little bit of the yellow, just to give it a bit of change in places. Get rid of it and then sort of push it in a bit. There we go. Sort of just blend it in basically with what's there. Bit of the brown, the yellow, okay. Oh, there's this really bright yellow bit. I really want to put it in. Just grabbing some of the yellow. Yeah, it looks like a little sheen of gold that's going. There we go. Yeah. I'll just indicate a few things down there. Houses or something, I don't know. A bit of white. There's something there. There's a few bits over here as well. It's quite far, you can't really see. That's probably a grassy bit there. Let's get a bit of green. Quite like that. There we go. Now I can, oops, a bit too much colour on that. There's always a way of fixing it, just get a bit of green. I want to break up all this as well. There is actually a few more. I'm doing this area quite loose really. On a tree right there. Bloop. It's good fun, isn't it? When you really start enjoying yourself when you're painting, it's just so much fun. Get a bit of shape there. Haven't quite got that land, that water right. Yeah, it's more like that. I think that'll do in that area. Right, what was we doing? Time we on? Oh, we're okay, we're okay. Let's look at this, that's what we was doing. We was going to look at the top of that mountain. So you have to be careful with your paints, because some of the areas, like this area now, is very light and white, so I don't want it to be too messed up. I've got a tiny bit of yellow in my white, tiny bit of yellow in it. Right, let's have a look. We've got our, well, in our mountain anyway, our mountain is light there. Goes up and then down like that. Down. And the snow's going down like that. Like that. Because there's a tiny bit of yellow on it. It's not pure white. But you need quite a bit of paint. Let's coming down and then and we've got that there. This is quite light there. It's quite light on the top there. But then it loses a bit of its lightness. So what I'll do is in our old mountainy mixy type colour, which is a little bit darker, a bit more white, something like that, and then we'll bring that around. Just sit back, have a look at that. It's looking quite good. All these different marks here and there. This mountain as well had a bit more light in it here. Bit more. I think I'll put a bit more light in this bit here. Okay. A bit more in. Just sitting back, having a look at that. Some areas are a bit cooler, so I just had a bit of blue in it. Do some darker bits. Just wipe the brush. Just the mountain mix again. Okay, do I think that's enough? I quite like that as is. I think what I might do now is pulling that tree out. Not literally pulling that tree out, but painting that black tree. This tree that lives here. Sort of. Whereabouts is that tree? Sort of there, isn't it? Okay. So I'll do for that tree. You can see all kinds of really dark branches in amongst this, and you can also see green bits in amongst it as well. Now I can also see a few trees growing on that as well. Get some proper dark on there. It's all very dark in this bit, so it's quite hard to see what it is, but that doesn't matter too much because you need this dark to be able to show how bright the mountain is, because if we didn't have this dark down here you wouldn't see that. Okay, now I need some green. Get some of this green and yellow. Chrome yellow and sap green. Make quite a lot of green. We're just going to start picking these little bits out. That should be dark all the way along there. And there. So we have a sort of an area of grass that's kind of there just behind these trees. Just giving that a wiggle there. Few little trees there. Okay. We'll do for that. And amongst all this, throw in another few colours there. Yeah, that works. That's now working for that. Let's move this. Okay. Now what we want to do, got time, yes, got time. Start doing the clouds. Well, let's see if we can start adding some sky in here. We have our reference picture, which I've got over there, which is the full sky. This one. And then I can decide whether I want it the same or not. It's just a reference, just so I know where the light is, basically. That's what I'm really using it for. And let's get going. Let's get painting. So I'm going to start with some blues. What I might do is put some paint on there that I can use. Got some greys and blues. Bluey white. So bluey white might look good up here. It kind of breaks through some of the cloud formations. Get some nice blue areas. So I've got this for here. Trying to get a view of the sky. Because we've got a nice grey background, it does help a little bit. It does help because then I can use it. So I'm using a bit of that mountain colour with a bit of white in it. It's a bit of burnt sienna on it now and then. There's all sorts. I'm just grabbing Just grabbing paint off here, look. There's some crimson and blue and burnt sienna. That makes a nice dark colour, which we've used in the painting already, which helps us out. Some browns, some greys, some whites. Before I start putting in my lightest lights, which I'm holding back for now, I'm putting in all this greys over here, darker greys. Still holding back on those lights, of course, still holding back. Maybe I'll put a little bit up here. Lights, so I can see a light area that's sort of see how loose I am with the brush, trying not to stick in one place, just give it a bit of a light there and then move on. Okay, like that. Some light here. Okay, and then some there. Just sit back, have a look at that. It's coming on nicely. Rather large area, kind of a dark. Blend that down there into that blue, just to soften that. Okay, sit back, have a look at that. Look at the whole painting. What we're going to do is get some ultramarine blue up here and some black, make a really dark blue. Start pulling some of that onto the sky. Sit back, have a look at that. Looks alright. Some more dark in here. Keep sitting back, having a look. I need more. More. Going for it with this. Getting some of this bluey black filled in here. Get some blue sky in amongst it. Just sit back, have a look at that again. Quite like that. It's really starting to come on. Okay. Got enough time. Keep looking at my time because I don't want to suddenly get cut off in mid-painting. Just murking some of that up a little bit, blending a bit. Some of it can come out a bit darker like this, and a bit on the top. Just blue and black, black and blue. Okay. It's interesting now you can start inserting, not a bit too much paint on there. Start inserting brush strokes in amongst your clouds that you've already put on, and it just adds to me it adds something anyway. Okay, quite liking what I've got now. Okay, just sitting back having a look, always sitting back having a look. Okay, it's looking quite dramatic actually. Trying to add more. Always adding more. Okay, I might blast some light in now. So I don't want to go. Got a few minutes. I don't want to go quite as dark as, quite as bright as that, because that's nice that that sticks out now. It is something I wanted to do. There's something else I saw as well. Light that goes up there. Yeah. So now, get some light. Like I said, I don't want to go quite as light as that. So, bit of yellow in it. Bit of blue in it, bit of red in it. So I've got quite light, but not quite as light. Some of it will disappear anyway. Got that bit, this bit. This bit here. soften that base with my finger there. Yeah, I quite like that. I might put a little bit there, just bend it away a bit. Okay, I think I'll call that. I think I'll call that finished. Might have another one that goes sort of like that. Just to give that a bit of a bit extra. And get some of this blue. Okay, I think I'll call it. Another one there, and that'll do. So yeah, and there we go. There's my landscape painting. Hope you enjoyed watching this one. I think I'll put a little GB down in there, in the corner. Probably the best place to sign it. Probably there. There we go. There's my little JB. You just missed that bit there. Yeah, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed watching this one. I had some fun painting it, and what I'm going to do, I'll move on to my next one. But you could keep mixing colour in there and having fun and having a go at trying to create different shapes within the clouds. Create wind in there. And really just enjoy yourself. Don't forget to enjoy yourself. We always forget to enjoy ourselves when we're painting. Because we get really want to do really well, and you can start getting stressed. But you want to try and relax and just enjoy the process, because that's what we all do it for, to enjoy ourselves. Well, we try to, don't we? So anyway, this dramatic painting is finished. I'm pretty happy with it. I always think, oh, what else could I do? What else could I do? But I think, oh, I quite like that. On the wall, sat further away, it's going to look better because then you'll be able to see it all. When I'm sat here, I'm a bit too close really to see the whole painting. I can see it from this angle. So thanks so much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.